Hey, it's Drybear. Season 1 has launched in the First Descendant to mixed reviews. There's a lot of good and bad in the patch, but today I want to highlight one of the best things in the patch that I don't see a lot of people talking about, and most players don't even realize is in the game already. Now, I already put out a video going over all of the updates and balance fixes they're doing for Season 1. So they're going to be removing all the negative effects from all of your inversion reinforcement. They are nerfing a lot of the puzzle mechanics inside of the invasions as well, but there's a lot of free giveaways to get in-game, and you need to be doing these every day to make sure you get maximum benefit. The first one is obviously going to be the invasions. Make sure you're doing 4 invasion dungeons every single day. I know there's going to be a challenge for some people based on their builds or how they feel about the invasions, but each one of the invasions does give you 1.25 million gold every time you complete it, which is a total of 5 million gold every single day. The gold amount is massive, and you get this regardless of what your total time is. The bonus time is really only giving you chance at the loot drops. So in the case of the Forgot Tents, in this case, you get a chance at the Luna exclusive module, and you also get the drops for Haley. But if you just complete it, even if it's, at the very end of the timer, you will still get the 1.25 million gold, which is absolutely worth it. Gold, in my opinion, is the biggest blocker in the game, and is the one resource that will slow you down the most once you have the characters that you're looking for. Next, from now, starting yesterday with the launch of Season 1, until September 8th, so for the next week or so, there is an in-game reward system that is active and currently tracking, but they do a horrible job of showing you where it is, or that it's even showing up, and the delivery for the rewards is also very atypical. So if you're in game and you're on PC, you can hit escape to go to your escape menu. This is probably the settings button on console, I would imagine, or like the options button on PlayStation. So hit that and bring up this menu here. So you have the main screen menu that you'll bring up. Then from here, default to the challenge objective. This is where you mark objectives for your battle pass, and you have those challenge objectives here. It'll show up. There is a secondary tab on the right side of the screen right here. So if you open the game menu and go to your event challenges, this is the only place in the game this exists. Go to the event challenges, and you'll notice that for the next 9 days, there is an event going on, the Descendants Daily Task event. When you click on this, you'll notice that there are going to be events that you can complete in the game that will allow you to get tons of rewards. If it has a green flag here that says D, it is daily. You can do these every single day, so you can get 1 million gold for completing 4 missions. If you do 2 intercept battles, you get some very important materials. All of these, I believe, are for crafting the catalyst, crystallization catalyst, so very useful materials here. When you complete infiltration operations, you get Kuiper if you're in need of that. And there are also some long-term goals like 2 crystallization catalysts. You probably noticed that you logged in on patch day and had these in your mailbox for some reason. This is where it's coming from. So make sure you get all of these, get the free catalysts, get the extra business, but also log in every single day and make sure you're completing the daily ones to keep getting these rewards every single day until September 8th. When you get rewards for this event, it will show up in your mailbox. You'll want to go to your mailbox and come to mailbox and go to your main mail, and these will be for the Descendant Daily Task Reward bonus. They also updated with this update. If you look in the top right corner, this was not the case before. Mail used to expire in 7 days. It now expires in 90 days. So previously, if you can see that I'm holding on to an XP bonus reward right here. So I have these that I haven't collected yet because you can now hold on to them for a little bit. Before, if you didn't collect them in 7 days, they were gone, and I wasted a lot of boosters in the very beginning of the game. But you can see in the top right here, it is 89 days left on this mail, so you can hold it for a little bit longer than before, and then when you need to activate these, just don't forget to do it like I did at the very beginning of the game. So you have this as an option to complete. So make sure that every day when you log in, you're coming over, you're checking your invasion operations and getting these done. Again, if you're someone who doesn't want to do it for gold, you certainly should be at least doing it. I know people that are kind of upset about the invasions, but even if you do them to a copper level or a bronze level, or you just complete it for the gold. 5 million gold a day for very little effort is nothing to scoff at. And then also log in and go to your event challenges and make sure you complete these as well to get 1 million extra gold on the daily, a bunch of extra materials for catalysts on the daily, Kuiper on the daily, and an XP booster on the daily as well, plus some, event rewards, which is going to be 3 crystallization catalysts, and it looks like 6 million gold total. Another booster on top of that. A lot of extra stuff is available in game. They just don't show you this is here. And I'm hoping that as they move forward, they make these events very regular, but also a lot more obvious. I think this is their first chance at an event. Like, we now know that the event is here. It just doesn't show very well on the screen. And this is actually shown on their website as well, that to celebrate Season 1, a new event, Descendants Daily Task, will be started. This is running until Sunday at midnight on 9/08, so on the 8th of September, so 9 days from now. It will give you resets every day Pacific time at midnight. Just before midnight, it'll reset. And they have the daily mission rewards that we just went through, and they also have the singular challenges, which is the 6 million gold, the 3-day EXP booster that you can activate, and then 3 crystallization catalysts as well. And they did mention in a previous interview that they were looking at the gold or the XP gain for characters and the proficiency for weapons as a problem for the game. And they also talked about in that interview where they don't want to address it by making it easier for the characters. They want to address it by adding in regular events that give increased amount. So obviously, if they do have events where you can get 3-day EXP boosters regularly, or they give you like big XP boosters overall, or maybe they increase the XP overall for some places, like the dungeons they did with the last patch and the special operations with the last patch, all of that is, I think, very fair game, and also makes the game a lot more approachable for more people as well, because one of the biggest problems that I have with the boosters in game right now is that the boosters are actually real-time focused, which means that when you start the booster, it'll keep running when you're logged off. And I think that that's super unfair for most people. It's much better if they can do, even if the boosters go from 24 hours to like 8 hours or 10 hours, but it only tracks when you're logged in. I feel like that's a much more fair system. So if someone has a couple hours a day over a long weekend to play, they can still get use out of that 10-hour booster because they log in, they play 3 hours, they log off, they log in, they play 3 hours, they log off, rather than a 24-hour booster for someone who can only play 2 hours on a Saturday night is not a 24-hour booster, it's a 2-hour booster because that's the only time they have available to play, and then when they can play again, the booster has already expired. So I think that they need to either have more boosters coming into the game to help with the XP grind, because it's a little bit too long right now, or they need to make it so boosters don't tick when you're offline, and they can certainly lower the amount of time that the booster is active, as long as it's not ticking when you're offline, so that it's more reasonable for people that have regular schedules and jobs and activities to come in, do their booster time, and log off when they're not going to play, and it's a little bit more fair to their schedule overall. Also, I want to point out that not only did they increase the overall XP that you get from the special operations, so these XP went up a lot, but they also greatly boosted the dungeons, and a lot of the early testing we're seeing yesterday and today is showing that dungeons are vastly superior, mostly because the XP that you're getting from like so the best XP farms right now, or at least prior to the patch, was the Bunny Cave here for the Void Fragment in Fallen Ark Fortress, or you could go to the Vespers farm over here in Moonlight Lake with having a non-attribute plus a Viessa or a Bunny or a Valby to clear it out, and then you reset it when it respawns. You can also do things like that, just farm gold, like Echo Swamp coming up here over to the Environment Contamination Zone. However, when they apply the XP bonuses to those sorts of things, it tends to be pretty linear. But what they did is when they increased the XP for the dungeons, the XP scaler, they made it like 1.5x of what it was, in some cases 2x what it was. It applied not only to the mission monsters, but also to the bonus at the end of the dungeon. So some of these, like Quarantine Zone is proving to be really good. We're seeing that Magister's Lab is also proving to be really good. Biolab is a lot longer, but still has a great reward at the end. So some of these, like Magister's Lab or Slumber Valley in Kingston, are showing that they're actually giving excellent XP, which is a good thing because they don't just give XP, they also give module drops, resources, and most importantly, amorphous materials that you can turn into other things. So right now people are finding that doing dungeons is a great source of XP and recommend trying that out. But I just want to put out a PSA for people that didn't know that this event was going on, so you're not missing these daily bonuses every single day. So do your invasion dungeons, do your dailies, and you can easily get anywhere from 6 to 8 million gold for a very small period of playtime every single day with the events that are going on right now. If you found value in today's video, leave a like down below, leave a comment comment for the algorithm to help this video get seen by more people. And don't forget to check out my other channels for other content and other stuff and other things.